Here we are back again for a review and a recap of Fight for the Fallen. Just to get underway here, it's been a long night. We'll do the ratings at the end. We're going to do the recap real quick. Sonny Kiss defeated Peter Avalon of the Librarians. What did you think about that match? That was on the buy-in, on the pre-show.
Well, I thought it was a very good match. I think Sonny Kiss did a good job, but the female librarian should not have been around to hinder the match.
I thought that match was very good. I don't have a complaint about that match. I know last show, Fyter Fest, I was very critical of the buy-in. This buy-in I thought was spectacular. The buy-in I thought was great. Both matches were very good. The women's tag match, which we're about to get into, I thought was a little slow paced, but hey, and no complaints on that. All right, coming up next here, we do have the women's tag team match. Bea Priestley and Shoko Nakajima taking on Britt Baker and Riho, and the team of Bea Priestley beat Britt Baker and Riho. They were Britt Baker was not victorious tonight like she was at Double or Nothing.
I kind of thought that, I was hoping that Britt Baker and her partner would take the other people, but that's not how it worked. The other people just were, more stronger, more aggressive than Britt and her partner. Yeah,
I got to agree. I'm a huge Britt Baker fan. Her T-shirt and stuff is on the list to get. So I got to say, I was gunning for that as well. This is not going to be a longer video, as we're one man down, and like I said, this is not going to be a long video like it was last time. It's been a long day. It was a long night. But once again, the team of Bea Priestley won that matchup. Now we're starting off Fight for the Fallen right here. This is the first match out of the gate. We have Sammy Guevara, Shawn Spears, and Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, mom's favorite wrestler, taking on Darby Allin, Jimmy Havoc, and Joey Janela. Which I'm going to keep my editorials about Joey Janela and his bullshit over the weekend out of this video. This is a review and recap of the show. And the team of Shawn Spears, MJF, and Sammy Guevara won that matchup. What did you think of that match? I thought it was very good. I liked how it told the story real quick of how MJF does not feel any love towards Shawn Spears after attacking his friend Cody Rhodes, and you saw that because when this match was first announced, I didn't know what to make of it because the post-match videos there, MJF was very, very outspoken about Shawn Spears and how he did not like him and how it was going to end up being fisticuffs if he had talked to him and approached him. So I thought it was very funny them making this match. But then I saw the chemistry in the match, and I was like, okay, this is starting to make sense. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good match. What did you think of it?
Well, it was a good match, but MJF always says too much. He thinks he's God. To everyone.
Here comes a 20-minute rant about MJF, folks, her favorite wrestler.
I think he's that wonderful.
Don't let him fool you. She does.
I do not like that man, but, if he doesn't like Shawn Spears for hitting Cody Rhodes, though, that should be taken up outside of the ring between those two and not during the program.
All right, moving on. The next matchup of the night was Brandy Rhodes with a surprise manager having Awesome Kong. Interesting to see where this goes. Brandy Rhodes taking on Allie. Brandy Rhodes got the win. After the match, I was kind of hoping Nyla Rose would come in and do something with Kong. It was Aja Kong, actually, that came out and confronted Brandy Rhodes and Awesome Kong. I thought the match was okay. Brandy Rhodes obviously had some ring rust, I believe it was Jim Ross that had pointed out during the show that her last wrestling bout was December 2018. I mean, we are well into 2019 now, so it's been a while. Brandy Rhodes is a phenomenal wrestler, though. I do got to say, I've seen some people on the internet critiquing her match tonight, saying she can't wrestle. Well, that is not true. Brandy Rhodes is a phenomenal wrestler. I've seen her wrestle in Impact Wrestling. I've seen her wrestle many other places as well. And just great. What did you think of that matchup?
Well, I thought the girls did a good job, but bringing Awesome Kong down kind of swayed the match to Brandy's way. I would have preferred to see just the two girls with no Awesome Kong coming down, just to see how it would work out. Because Awesome Kong did pull legs and pull people out, when a 3 count was going to happen.
Moving along here, in this match I kind of stepped out a little bit, Dorn. I'm a huge fan of the Jungle Boy, but I wasn't feeling this one. But here we go. We have the Dark Order, which I do not understand that team. I do not like that team. I just think there's something off about it. I'm not going to say what it reminds me of here on YouTube. I don't want to get any kind of strikes or anything. But yeah, very weird team. But the Dark Order took on Angelo and Jack Evans. I've seen that team once at Double or Nothing. Wasn't impressed. And Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Big fans of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Obviously, they did not pull it out tonight. The Dark Order won. That was the match of the night for me. That was like, what do you think of it?
Well, I was hoping Jungle Boy and his partner would win. But the Dark Order, they did a little bit of stuff that was kind of funny. At one point, the big guy from Dark Order, I don't know his name, he wore the mask, had a hold of the referee around his waist, using him as a shield, and other people were going after him.
Moving right along, because like I said, I don't have much to say about that match. I did see most of it. I saw a good deal of it. Like I said, I stepped out a couple times.
It was a good match.
She enjoyed it. I was just up in the air about it. Adam Page taking on Kip Sabian. Now, Kip Sabian, like I said, trained by the Knights. Paige's family over in England. Like I said, that was a good match. I enjoyed that match, but here's the thing, and I'm going to speak a little bit about that match. Adam Page showing that knee was out, showing his knee, how hurt it is, and you cannot do that. Now, Kip Sabian, he had a good match with Kip Sabian, but if he does that next month against Chris Jericho, he is going to be done. Jericho is going to take a hold of that knee and dominate and become the AEW champion. Mark my words on that. Adam Page got the win against Kip Sabian here. It really came down to the wire. Came close to the time limit, I do believe. But, yeah, you just can't have that weakness of the knee going into face Jericho next month at All Out for the first ever AEW title. With that being said, real quick, as part of the recap part of this video, Jericho then had one of the Dark Order's masks on and came out and attacked Hangman Page. And once again, that busted him right open, busted his eye open, blackened it up. You got to watch out for Jericho, and that's just all there is about that. What did you think of that match? Hangman and Kip Sabian.
Oh, I thought that was good. I was going for Hangman, and I know he had some problems with his leg, his knee, and when Jericho came out with the mask on, and he confronted Hangman, he went right for the bad knee, and he came out into the ring tonight.
And let me say here, I've just been talking about Hangman and Jericho, this and that, and I just want to take away, Kip Sabian's going to be something to watch when they go on TNT, and I already said it when I started talking about it, trained by the Knights, and Kip Sabian, he's just a remarkable talent. I don't want to take anything away from Kip Sabian, just talking about the bigger matchup coming up between Jericho and Hangman, and Hangman's a hell of a talent, big main event star he's going to be at All Elite Wrestling, but Kip Sabian is going to be something to watch, I'm telling you.
He is, because he's a very young wrestler, and the more matches he has, the better he's going to be.
The Lucha Brothers, Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. took on the SCU, SoCal Uncensored, but they took on Kazarian and Scorpio Sky with Daniels on the outside. Now, I don't understand why that referee made Daniels go to the back when the Lucha Brothers started fucking with him first. But, they picked on Daniels that entire match. Lucha Brothers got the win. And after the match, for some reason, they grabbed the ladder. They hit Daniels with it. For some reason, I don't understand why they hit Daniels with it. They climbed the ladder, and then they challenged the Bucks while on top of the ladder to a ladder match next month at All Out. Now, the Bucks obviously have not accepted that. That's going to be some stuff to see on Being the Elite and the Road to All Out, I'm sure. You can catch that right here on YouTube. All Elite Wrestling's channel on that. Those shows, if you don't know about that. But, yeah, the Lucha Brothers got the win. I thought it was a very excellent match, very excellent tag team match, really bringing tag team wrestling back into the spotlight on that one.
Yeah, it was a pretty good match. I wanted Frank Kazarian to win with his partner, but unfortunately he didn't make it this time. And I believe Chris Daniels was touching people who he shouldn't have been touching.
I didn't see that. Just like I'm just going to go on record to say that I did not see Awesome Kong's interference in the Brandy Rhodes match.
Well, she interfered. I'm sure Chris Daniels probably did. That's why they threw him out.
That's what they want you to think.
I did see. I have good glasses. They're good.
All right, moving along here. Final two matches of the night. Kenny Omega taking on Shima. Arguably, and in my opinion, match of the night. They stole the show. They really did. It was an awesome match. Kenny Omega got the win on that one. The V-Trigger, like million fucking times Kenny Omega, but this is why I got 3 Kenny Omega shirts, because Kenny Omega is going to be the man to watch. I'm telling you, he's top talent in wrestling for almost 20 years, if not 20 years. Kenny Omega, great talent, great match. At one point, Shima went on top of whatever it was, like the bleacher stand there or whatnot, and jumped on Kenny Omega. Whoa, what a crazy dive that was. Crazy moment.
And then I believe somebody was on the announce table jumping off.
Yes. All right, now moving along, before we get to the main event, that was an awesome match. A lot to speak on. We could be here all night talking about that match, but we're going to get this wrapped up. We've already been here for 11 minutes. Moving along, Jericho cut an awesome promo. I love it. He just called it Jack-Offville. Of course, they were in Jacksonville, Florida. Just Jericho, man. You gotta love Jericho any way you can get him, face or heel, but I tell you, he's better as a heel. And that's the same thing I said about Edge back in the day. I said Edge was a better heel than a face, and Jericho is too. And Jericho was just insulting the crowd.
He had flipped him off.
Everything. And then, so basically cut a lengthy promo, and then Hangman came out, and they had a brawl, and it was broken up, and that moved us on into our main event, which is the Rhodes, the Brotherhood, the Rhodes Dynasty, taking on the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks got it after a hard-fought match, once again proving their point on why they are the best tag team in the world. And once again, my dream match for the Bucks would be for them to take it on the Usos. I don't know if I'll ever get to see that, but I certainly can hope for it in All Elite Wrestling, of course. That's where I want it to take place. But anyway, what did you think about the main event match? I thought it was awesome. I thought it was great.
Good. I was hoping that the Rhodes brothers would take
Yeah,
it,
same here. I was going for the Rhodes. I'm a fan of Bucks. I'm the fan of the Bucks. I got the Bucks T-shirt. I got the Bucks pop vinyls. I reviewed those right here on this channel. I'm a big fan of the Bucks, but the Rhodes brothers, I mean, come on, you got the legacy there.
The Bucks are a good tag team. Awesome.
I'm wearing my Cody Rhodes shirt here tonight.
But I was hoping that the Rhodes brothers were taking it.
Yeah.
It would have meant so much to both of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was basically the show. After that Bucks and Rhodes match, they had a little Matt Jackson was talking and then got cut off, and they came out and they produced a check to the state of Jacksonville, Florida for the fallen folks and the victims of guns violence. I believe it was $150,000, wasn't it? Yeah, it was definitely 100 and something thousand. I do believe it was 150,000, but like I said, it's been a long. I could have been wrong. Definitely 100 and something thousand. You folks are curious. It was? All right, that's what I thought it was. So yeah, really cool charitable thing. Cody and them cut a little promo. We're kind of confused. They were still on the air. They thought they were off the air. They were still on the air. But yeah, it was really cool to see. I don't know if that will be available in the replay or not, because there was some confusion on that. But they were on the air. And Cody said one thing about, which I don't know how many people are aware. He said that you cannot counter-program the love that All Elite Wrestling has for, wrestling and just everything they're doing. You cannot counter-program what they did tonight with the donation. You can counter program any one talent like Kenny or Cody or Brandy or whoever, but you cannot counter program the love and the heart and what they did. And what he was speaking on was WWE Network tonight put an Evolve special on during Fight for the Fallen. We are not talking about that. We are not reviewing that. We didn't even watch that, and we're not going to watch that. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, that never happened. Fight for the Fallen was tonight. That's the only thing that happened, in my opinion. So yeah, and then he asked who is going to follow them this fall to TNT, and you're fucking right. We will be there. We're not going to do.
A big response from the crowd.
I don't know if we're going to do reviews every week. We might. That's just going to fill up the channel, though. I don't think we're going to do it every week. Maybe we'll do a monthly recap of how we think the month is going for All Elite. Talk about some things we enjoyed throughout the month. I don't.
Really exciting that happened on the show.
Maybe we will definitely be here for pay-per-view predictions and reviews. I just don't want to fill up the channel with weekly with TV. So, like I said,
something really great is going to happen.
Yeah, unless something so exciting happens. But once again, I think we might just do a monthly recap when they go to TV. I'm not sure, but we will be here for all-out predictions and reviews. That's next month. I'm sure I'll have some reviews in the meantime right here on this channel. But that was a Fight for the Fallen. So now, before we get out of here, the last thing to do is 1, being absolutely dreadful. I regret that I watched it. And 10, being the best in the world. What are you going to rate this one? For 1 to 10. 1 being the worst and 10 being the best.
I would rate this at a 9.
You know, I'm gonna give it a fucking 10. I thought it was amazing. I thought their Fyter Fest pay-per-view was a kind of an but it was their second show, and this just shows this company can have a off show and bounce right back and have an awesome show. You don't have to suffer through 3 or 4 years worth of shit, or you don't have to suffer through 90% of shit to get the gold. You know, you get kind of a show that was kind of and then you can bounce back and have a phenomenal show. I give this a 10-star rating. Absolutely 10-star rating for me. So 9 for you, 9 and a 10 for me. So a phenomenal show.
Some of the things that happened that I didn't think should have been there, like the Awesome Kong thing, and a couple little minor things.
That's just storyline building up though to the next pay-per-view event.
Well, obviously they shouldn't have done it. And they always try to beat somebody up after the match, and that's when they have confrontations.
Well, But anyway, like I said, All Out is going to be big. Now, just real quick to build All Out a little bit before I get out of here. Moxley versus Omega. What a matchup. We have the challenge laid down. Lucha Brothers, Young Bucks for the AAA Tag Team titles in a ladder match. The challenge is laid down. Will the Bucks accept? Will they accept? That is remain to be seen. I no doubt in my mind we are going to have Shawn Spears and Cody. No doubt about it. I would be surprised if we didn't. I believe we might have Brandy Rhodes and Awesome Kong taking on Aja Kong and Ali in a tag team match. I believe we might. I don't know. But the 2 matches we do know for sure, 100%, that's not my speculation. Moxley Omega, Jericho Hangman for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. It is going to be a good one, and we will see you then for predictions.
I kind of miss Moxley tonight, but hey, we'll see him soon.
Well, he's in Japan doing that big G1 tournament, I believe it's called, the New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Well, we'll see him soon. I can't wait.
And we will see you for the predictions for All Out. Thank you for joining us.
Good night,
See you next time.